Hey, good morning. It's only about 7:20 in the morning here. Just out finishing up my animal chores, taking care of the chickens, took care of the goats, took care of the turkeys. And let me show you around. It's a little foggy this morning. You can see that up there in those trees. Sweat factor for today is going to be pretty high. Yes, it is. Today is an exciting day on the homestead because today is the day that the little piglets are going to be arriving. They'll be here this afternoon. There's a few things we need to do before that happens though. So we've got to fix up their watering system, and we've got to do the put the latch on the gate. My glasses are fogging up because it's so foggy out here. I don't know if you can tell, I'm already sweating a little bit, and it's only 7:20 in the morning. So anyway, so let's go into the barn. Let's work on the barrel that I have for the pig waterer, and we're going to start putting up the watering system. Then we'll put the latch on the gate. Then all I have to do is go pick up some feed, and this afternoon we'll be able to pick those little piglets up, and I'll take you guys along for that. That'll be a joy for the homestead here to get those little piglets on the property and start getting them fattened up and making bacon for us. So let's get to it.
Hello, turkeys.
All right, we're back in the workshop for a little bit. We're going to use one of my barrels here, and we're going to create a watering system for the pigs. So what we're going to do is a pretty basic system, and I'm just going to walk through it with you. We're going to use one of these pig watering nipples. It's a stainless steel, and it's got a little tab in here, a little rod. And when the pigs come in and bite on it, they push that down, and it opens up the valve inside here, and the water flows out here. So we're going to use one of these. We also have here is what's called a bulkhead, and so we'll drill a hole down here in the lower part of the barrel that's the shape, or just a tiny bit bigger than this hole here. Then this will go in from the top. This is a removable top barrel, so we can pull this lid off. These are favorable for this type of application. So what we'll do is we'll put this through that hole, then this nut that comes with it, there's also a rubber washer. We'll put that on the inside. That'll seal the inside of that hole, and then our nipple will screw into here, and we'll use some Teflon tape to seal that on this side as well. So let's get about doing that. What I have chosen to drill our hole today is basically a hole saw. This is a little hole saw kit that you can get, I mean, even a Harbor Freight or something inexpensive. It usually comes with multiple sizes, and you want to choose the one that's best suited for this application. And this one, the smallest one, looks like it's about an inch. This is 1.5 inches. So I'm guessing that this is either 1.25 inches or an inch, and it is just a little bit wider than the threads on this, so this is going to be perfect. So we're going to set these two aside, and so this works as this slides right over the top, and there's a groove in this that fits the size of that and the shape, and it goes right over it. And then you take this nut and you tighten that down on top of there, and finger tight is usually just fine. So that's what we'll use to cut a hole in our barrel. Okay, so let's pull this around. Let me pull it down here where I can see it. Okay, I took a little detour because when I took the lid off of this, I didn't like the smell of it. It is clean and it is food grade, but something just sounded, it smelled a little bit chemically, so maybe the way they cleaned it before, the people that bought this from. So I just went and I used some dishwashing detergent and a rag and washed it all out good, and it's nice and clean, it's dry. And we're not going to go all the way to the bottom, so I'm going to probably just come right up a couple inches above the bottom to drill my hole, because we need to make sure that we have space in there for the lip of this nut. And there's no sense in going. There's plenty of water. So what we're going to do is going to find a spot. I think I'm going to put it right about there. So I'm just going to stick this marker down in there. Give myself a circle. That's a good spot for it. All right, so let's chuck up the drill bit here. All right, so that's in. And basically we're going to put our drill bit right where our little circle is. Right there. This is designed to drill into wood, so it's a little bit different. So I'm going to give it a little bit of pressure here. There we go. Now I'm just going to bite into it and take that hole out there. Just like that. All right. So there's our little piece just dropped in there. Drop it out on the floor. We'll throw that away in a minute. Now all I'm going to do is just take my, let me show you. So here's our hole. It's confirmed that our, yep, that'll be perfect. That'll be perfect. So I'm going to just take my pocket knife and just get rid of all that excess, the little pieces of plastic. We don't want our pigs ingesting that. Just going to remount the edges where that's flaking out. Do that on the inside as well. Smooth that out. All right, good. All right, so that is good to go. And before we finish, I'll wipe that out. Make sure that's good and wiped out. Okay, so the way this works, is we've got this main threaded piece here. Our stainless steel nipple will go into here on the outside, so we know that this is the outside portion, okay? And it's got this rubber gasket. The rubber gasket and this nut will be on the inside of the barrel. There we go. So this will go through the hole in the barrel. The gasket will go on it. And this has a smooth side and it has a ribbed side. The ribbed side is going to go up against the barrel, okay, to help make that seal. Okay, the smooth side will go on up against the nut, like that, okay, on the inside. So it'll go just like that. So this is going to go on the inside like that, and then from the inside, we'll put on our gasket and the nut. So in order to hold this, I've gotten some, just some green painter's tape to hold this on, to give it a little bit of resistance as we're pushing against it from the inside. Hopefully that will be enough resistance to get this on and get it threaded. All right. So let's give this a shot. My arms are not super long, so I'm going to have to literally go in here with both hands and my head inside the barrel, so you're not going to see me at all for the next moment here. And let's see if we can get this on. That tape is working really well. There we go. Whew. Glasses got all fogged up in there. Yeah, that tape worked great holding on to that while I threaded that on the inside. So I'm going to grab my channel locks and try to, I'm going to test this tape to see how strong it is. I'm going to reach over there and get my channel locks. That looks about the right size. So let me see if that'll work. Plenty tight. Okay, so let's pull the tape off. Perfect. Just like I've wanted it. So now all we have to do is put our Teflon tape on our little nipple here. And then remember, when you're putting on Teflon tape, you want to go in the same direction as what you're putting threading onto it. So we're going to be threading this way, okay? Right. I'll probably do this backwards. So just go around it a couple of times. Held on by tension. And this is not, obviously there's not going to be any pressure, only barometric pressure. So this may not even be necessary, but nope, I did it right. Okay. So this is just going to thread in. I'm going to use my channel locks here. Let's tighten those up. And we want the solid part, this part, to be on the bottom. Like that. Okay? Because when they come in and bite on that, the water will flow out, and you want it to flow out to the end, like that. Okay? Good, that's good to go. Doesn't have to be perfect. All right, that is ready for the piglets. And in case you don't know how these little water nipples work for pigs, they come in here and they'll bite down on this and they'll push this down and out comes the water. Yep, so they'll bite down on that. That's why you want the solid part of it to be on the bottom, the open part, so they can get their teeth down there and press down on that and the water flows right down into their mouth. Okay, one last job that we got to do before the piglets come, and hopefully before it rains, is we've got to get this this latch put on this gate and the gate post. So this is the portion that goes on the gate, and what it'll do, this will go on the gate post. So when the gate swings shut, it just locks right into that, and you can't get it out. And then to open it, all you have to do is lift up and it'll come right out. So this particular latch will open on either side, so allow the gate to swing out or swing in. So what we're gonna do is this side goes on the post, this side goes on the gate, and we're gonna be done in here in no time flat. Okay, so this is gonna go right on here, and just like that. These bolts are carriage bolts, so they have a square inset, or I don't know what that would be called. Anyway, a square part on this, and this is designed to go in from this side because these holes are square, so that way you don't have to hold it with a wrench on the other side. So these go straight through like that, and then, yep, then that square notch, it goes right in that notch. Oh, let me come down a little bit, get around that wire. And you rotate it, it goes in that notch. And you put your nut on. Get the other one. See, this is, and I'm just gonna tighten that up. Yep, good and tight, and I can move that if I need to once I get the other side on. So now we're going to take our latch and we're going to put it up here, and so this will come in just like that. All right, so we want that right there. So I'm going to mark the bottom. Okay, so that's where my line will go. So I know that's where I want that. So I can move the gate out of the way, give myself some space here. And so I'll mark where I want my holes. I'm going to drill holes here. Right there, right there, right there, and right there. Those are going to be the center of my hole, so I can just set that aside for right now. What I'm going to be using are 2.5 inch or 2 inch galvanized lag bolts. So these will go through the hole here and into the post. And galvanized, they won't rust. So we're just going to drill our holes here. I've got a 1/4 inch drill bit. So I'm going to do that 4 times. And we're not going to make it tight yet, just going to get them all started. That's not going anywhere. We may be done. Let's see if it works. Perfect. So now we can lift this side and then it can open in. Lift this side, it can open out. Nobody's gonna move it off of there. Okay, we got some hay. We got some hay put in the little shelter for the piglets. The day's clearing out. It's cleared out now. Got mostly blue sky up here. And I think we're ready. I'm gonna go ahead and take the rest of this hay, give it to the goats. They've been yelling at me about it. And so I'm gonna give that to them. And in here in a few minutes, we'll load up the truck and go get us some little baby pigs. So I want y'all to come with me, okay? Okay, so we're here to pick up pigs. We're at Stony Glade Farm in Dawsonville, Georgia. We're here to pick up 2 little Idaho pasture pigs, IPPs. They should be about, I think they're about 5 weeks old. And assuming we're getting what we thought we were going to get, we should be getting 2 gilts, 2 little females. What we're going to do is we're going to put them in the back of the truck. I've got a dog crate here ready for them to go in, and we're going to put them in there, close them up. I've got the windows open on the cab or on the cap so that it'll give them plenty of ventilation. And we're not that far away, so it's not too much of a drive. So we're going to contact Michelle and Nick here and let them know we're here and pick them up and go. When you're handling pigs, you got to be willing to get muddy.
Yeah. You don't have all the weight.
Down here in the corners. Hey guys. Hello piggies. Yeah, you're stuck in the corner, aren't you? There's the piggies. There's the new piggies. They sure look like sisters, don't they? They are about the same, exactly the same coloring. They're all the way down here in the corner. All right, well, that's going to do it for us today here in the pig pen. We finished the pig pen. We finished the whole pig project, looks like. We're excited to have the 2 baby pigs here. They're on the property with us now, right here on the homestead. It's a happy day here at our homestead. Most of our kids are here. Most of our grandkids are here. We're excited about the future, and it's just been a good time, good week. Glad to get this project behind me, and as you can see, the little pigs are starting to get socialized as we start to feed them and get them used to, you know, human beings, and they'll become much more social. Idaho pasture pigs are fairly social animals anyway, so I don't think we're going to have any problem with that. So we're excited about the future. Thanks for sticking around and watching our pig pen and pig shelter and this whole series. If you haven't watched the whole series, please click on there. I've got a playlist on there, and you feel free to watch that series along. We built the pen, we built the shelter, we built this whole fence behind me. We've been working at this for several weeks, and then today we were able to go and get those cute little piglets. So hopefully they'll be happy here. I've got them plenty of room. They've got about, I don't know, 2,500 square feet, which is gracious plenty for 2 pigs. But anyway, so it's a great day. We're going to have fun. The kids are here, grandkids are here. We're going to have some supper. And thanks for tagging along and watching. Thanks for visiting our homestead. And hopefully you enjoyed this series. And hopefully it'll be a blessing to you, and more content as we begin to put it out. Hopefully you'll enjoy that as well. So thanks for stopping by. We'll see you again on the next time.